got together that 4th of July day. That's when the land you're standing on became the U.S. of A. United we will stand, but divided we fall. One nation under God says it all. Men are created equal, words written in by hand. They all stand to fight when a cry for freedom rings. Freedom isn't free, it comes with a cost. One nation under God says it all. One nation under God says it all. This old world's changing, it's changing every day. For the land of the free and the home of the brave. Stand up everybody, stand proud and tall. One nation under God says it all. One nation under God says it all.
Good evening and welcome to IITW Radio. It is the last day of the month for August. Last day of August for 2018. It'll never be back again. So we got to enjoy it. Tonight we have Tammy is back.
Hello.
Where you at?
I'm here.
And we also have Casey in the studio tonight.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
How you doing, Casey?
I'm good. How are you?
All right. Casey's one of our local firefighters here. So up in Station 6, correct?
Yes, East Placa.
Okay. You're not nervous, are you?
No.
I am. You guys scare the hell out of me because you're not afraid of anything.
Yeah. It's
So
part of the job.
How's it going, Tammy?
I'm good. How are you?
All right. How's your vacation?
It was very good. Very restful.
Cool beans. I need a vacation. I'm leaving next week, but I'll still
know
be on
you
the
are.
air. I don't get a vacation free. Anyways, we got Casey in the studio tonight. Like I said, it's the last day of the month, and my mic is going crazy here.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So, Casey, how long have you been a firefighter?
Almost 9 years.
9 years?
Yep.
Holy crap.
Wow.
Started when I was 18.
You're a little bitty guy, too.
Yeah.
I mean, how tall are you?
6'6".
6'6". Holy crap.
Yeah.
When Bruce was supposed to be on the air tonight, but I think he got tied up working.
Yes, he did.
So he's not going to be here. But both you guys are tall. Every time I talk to you, and I'm 5'10", I have to stand there and look up.
Yeah. Yeah.
My neck hurts.
When me and him were at the same station, when we both got out of the truck, it was a little intimidating.
How did they squeeze both of you guys into a fire truck?
It wasn't easy.
That's why they have to have a fire truck so big, because these guys at Putnam County, they're huge.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
one of the
Very
guys
carefully.
was, and then what's the other guy's name that's real tall? You got JR, who's tall. You got guys down in South Putnam, Georgetown. They're huge.
Yeah.
That's why they have to have those big fire trucks. Was me, they could use a Volkswagen. So yeah, I ran into you quite a few times out in the field.
Yes.
You guys are crazy. I mean, I've seen you guys go into burning houses and all kinds of crap.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if the people need help, we're here. That's what we got trained to do.
Yeah, but you guys just aren't going in for. Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't you the one that went in and I think it was rescued a dog or something?
That was me and James.
James.
Yeah.
James is out at Station 20, right?
Yes. James is the captain at 20.
Yeah. James is another big old guy.
Yes.
James, I love James to death. James to me is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I've watched the muck fires out in where was that at? Keystone Heights last year.
Yes.
I've watched James take an open loader and just drive straight into flames.
Yes, he doesn't. It doesn't bother him at all.
That's crazy. I'm walking behind him, about 50 yards behind him, and there's just flames. I can't even see him, and all of a sudden they're gone, and there he is. And then he goes around in there. Do you drive any of the brush trucks, or tell
Yes.
me a little bit what you do?
I am an interior firefighter. I'm wildland. I drive trucks. I'm vehicle extrication.
What's that noise?
Which noise?
I don't know. I hear somebody talking in the background, getting feedback. Something. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead and start
that's
over.
okay.
It was just. Did you? I don't know if you heard that or not. It sounded like a guy talking.
It did. It did.
Okay.
I do pretty much everything at the station, including, we do a lot of stuff when we're not at the station. Like, we handle a lot of, I wouldn't say internal issues, but, like, if one of our firefighters need us, we're there to help them, because I'm the senior firefighter at the station. So, a lot of my new guys are just now coming on, so they haven't really had much of a taste for it yet. So, whoops.
Yeah, this thing, you guys, I mean, it's got to be like the biggest stress job in the world. I mean, as far as what you guys do.
It is. It's more or less the time away from your family. I've missed a lot of birthdays. I've missed wedding anniversaries. I've missed a lot of stuff. I've missed my kids' birthdays, I think, 2 years in a row now. Just about. 4th of July, I didn't get to celebrate 4th of July for a house fire. Christmas was a house fire. Thanksgiving was a shed fire, I guess it was what it would be. So yeah, it's
Yeah, so
A lot
you're
of
just
things
sitting there.
happen on holidays.
yes.
You're just sitting there. I think it was you I was talking to when you were getting ready to sit down, do your daughter's birthday, and then all of a sudden your scanner goes or your radio goes off, and you're out the door, and then
Yeah.
I mean that's got to be stressful on your kids, and you're married, correct?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Okay, so all you ladies that are interested, they always love firefighters. He's
Yeah.
married. He's off the market.
Yep. Yep.
There are a few of them single, except for Matt. I understand Matt just got married.
Yes.
So not too long ago from stationed down, and he's I guess down in Georgetown, and then he went to Crescent City.
Yes, I think he's at 3 now. I think.
And you've got Brian Horn and them over there. I know, like I say, I know most of you guys, but
Yeah.
the thing with your kids, I mean, how is that? Because I know my kids get pissed as all get out if I just miss, making dinner for them.
My kids are still at that age where they like the fire station, so they understand right now. They like being there too.
Yeah, so they've kind of grown up with it.
Yeah, my daughter has. My son's been around since he was 1. He's 6 now. So
Okay.
yeah, they're pretty well used to it.
How does that weigh in? I mean, that's got to be stressful on your wife too. I mean, not knowing if a lot of people just think, well, it's just the firefighters, da 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 da. They don't understand that. What is it? 90% of the firefighters that die are usually heart attacks.
Yeah, cardiac arrest kills 90% of firefighters. But yeah, about the same thing with my wife. The way she thinks about it, when I leave, because I'll get up at 2-3 o'clock in the morning to go run calls, and when I get home, she's still awake. She's waiting for me to come back. So it gets stressful on her too. And then I work a full-time job on top of it, so it's not fun.
Yeah, that's the other thing I was going to say. You yesterday, I believe, when I talked to you, you were still at work when you called me, and I said to verify you were going to be in here today.
Yeah.
You said, "Yep, as soon as I get off work."
Yeah.
So that's you got to be one tired guy. I mean, you go to work.
Yes. I get up at 5 a.m. to go to work. I get off work at 4. When I leave work, I go to the fire station. I'm there till normally 9 or 10 o'clock at night before I go back home.
What's your regular day job?
I'm a maintenance supervisor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, beans.
Yeah.
That's incredible that you guys, and most of the volunteer firefighters, they get paid what, $4 a call?
If you're not interior certified, it's $4. If you went to fire school, you get paid $8.
So why do you guys do that? I mean, obviously you're not in it for the money.
No, it's for the people. People need help. When stuff goes bad, we're the first people they call, and it's a rewarding feeling.
Yeah, when you I don't know. I should think how I asked this question. The mental stress of it. I mean, how does that play a factor? Because I know that just for me going out and covering wrecks and being there where you guys are at, and I've watched you guys walk out with bodies, you know, or walking out with kids that are burned and, you know, elderly and stuff. And then, you know, after the call is over, I mean, you guys are all charged and amped up. I see you guys going in there. How does that, I mean, how do you deal with that?
It's kind of a support group in itself. We talk to each other. We try not to bring it home. That's not something you want to bring home. It makes you see a lot more stuff. Drinking and driving stuff, especially drinking and driving, that's a big one. You won't see very many firefighters doing that with the amount of accidents we see. And then, you know, just, you kind of put it out of your mind. You have to. That's the only way you can survive doing this.
Yeah, but it's got to be like a porta-john. I mean, you get so much crap built up in there. Sometime it's got to get out. Do they have any, like, people you guys can talk to, or is this like a brother thing? You guys just get together and talk to each other?
Putnam County actually has a crisis response team. Anytime that we go, you know, we have a major incident like that, just for reference, the Corky Bells accident, they send out the task force to talk to everybody that was at the accident.
Yeah, that was messed up.
Yeah, that wasn't a good one.
That was a couple cars involved, some kids and everything else. That was just a mess.
We had the Corky Bells accident, and then we had 6 more accidents within about 30 minutes of each other.
Yeah, that day, I remember what you're talking about. I got to see you guys there. I was coming up on 207, saw the first crash. While I was there, I heard the second crash.
Yeah.
And then and I was on my way to another crash where a girl had gotten in a motorcycle wreck and been decapitated.
Yeah.
That was almost outside of the county limits there. I was on my way to that one, ran up on the first one at 207. Then I heard the explosion. That thing sounded like a bomb going off there.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I got to that one, I saw you and a bunch of other firefighters running around. I also saw one of the girls there that, I mean, she just broke down, especially when the child was involved.
Yeah.
She just broke down, and that's why I was asking that question. And then after that one, there was another one up on Cracker Swamp Road.
Yeah, that one was, what, 2 weeks ago, or are you talking about the same day?
No, that was all the same day.
Oh, yeah. There was actually 2 on Cracker Swamp. That's within about 20 minutes of each other.
Yeah, the one that I was on my way to on Cracker Swamp, right before I got there by the tinning place, some yahoo pulls right out in front of my truck, the car that was right beside me and just a little ahead of me about a truck length, hit that car, and they hit another car that was right there in the front. And when I got down, I think it was Jeff, one of the twins.
Yes.
Those guys, man, I love those guys, but they always mess with me.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you had six accidents right there. And then there was another one that happened up in San Mateo right after that.
Yes. Yeah, there was another one up there that I believe Station 3 responded to that one.
Yeah, so
because our manpower was exhausted. We had nothing to send.
Yeah, you had 6, 7, 8 wrecks right there, all within 15 miles of each other.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys were one after another. When I came back through there at 2 o'clock in the morning, you guys were still there.
Yeah. The Corky Bills accident wasn't even... We were paged to that one. That's the first car wreck we were responding to when we rolled up on the one at 207. We just happened upon that one. That was just luck, I guess.
Yeah. So. How do you guys deal with something like that when you got all that? I mean, that's got to make you guys go freaking nuts in the brain. You got 6 calls and you being in charge, one of the guys that's in charge over there. I mean, how do you get your guys? Because that's right there by your station. It's not like it's 100 miles away or 20 miles away.
We have a really good group of guys. They take orders very well, and then you just have to be calm. You know, you can't help people if you're freaking out and can't control your emotions. So you just hold it in. You know, and like I said, my guys work very well under pressure.
Was there anybody else in your family that's firefighters, or are you the first one? Or
I am the first firefighter in my family. I have a brother that was in the military. I have a brother that was law enforcement. But yeah, I'm the first firefighter we have.
Well, you guys' job, I know the police are, you know, we support the sheriff's department and the local police and stuff, but you guys, to me, your job is probably more stressful, and a lot of times you guys are there before they're even there.
Yeah. Yeah, but at the same time, they do back us up, just like, you know, we back them up anytime they need it.
Yeah, and then you guys are out there for, I mean, what's the average time of a call that you're on with a car wreck?
With a car wreck, just a car wreck or a fatality accident?
A fatality accident.
Fatality accident is a minimum of 7 hours.
So you're there, and so the volunteers get paid $4 for 7 hours.
Yes.
Hell, that's
On top of
75 cents an hour.
on top of extricating the body, because we also have to remove the body from the vehicle.
Yeah, so the coroner's not. You guys have already got the body out of the vehicle.
No, we can't remove the body until they come take their pictures, and then the actual coroner van gets there.
And then after that, then you guys are responsible for getting.
Yeah, it's for removing the body from the vehicle.
You guys see way more than I do, and I've been doing this stuff for right at 40 years now.
Yeah.
And I know there's nights that I wake up, it doesn't bother me when it's, adults as much.
Yeah.
But when it's little kids, and so that really weighs on me, and I can't imagine what you guys are.
Kid calls are bad, especially when you have children. They're not. I personally, I don't like going to kid calls, and that's one of the bad parts is, when we go to these car accidents, we see a car seat, we have to look through the woods, and we have to look everywhere to check for an ejection. Unfortunately, I have found one. That's not, like I said, that's not something you want to bring home and talk to your family about.
Now, I just saw a thing with that was pretty funny the other day. I had it on the air. That was a parrot, and the firefighter was trying to save the parrot. It was up on top of the house, and it was burning, and the guy's telling the parrot, he goes, I love you, and the parrot's F off. F off. What's some of the funny stuff that I know a lot of this stuff you can't talk about.
Yeah.
No, but, I mean, is there any funny things that you can tell us that's happened to you?
There's been a couple. I mean, unfortunately, like, the one I really want to tell you, I can't. It's not. It's a violation of HIPAA, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know one of the calls I was at, one of the firefighters, and I'm not going to mention his name. These suits weigh a ton.
Yes.
And you're pretty much sealed up inside of those things, except for right here in the opening.
Yeah. Well, that seals too.
Of the chest.
Yeah, the chest will seal all the way across.
I remember one of the firefighters, he was like, he kept doing his head, doing like that, and I'm like, you okay, man? He goes, yeah, I ate these bean burritos earlier, and he goes, the fumes are coming up through the front of this thing, and they're about to choke me out. And I started laughing. I was like, the thing, this guy's out there doing all this crap, and now he's got to smell this stuff come out of his own body.
The worst, honestly, is when you actually throw up in your mask. I've done that, and you can't take your mask off until you get outside. That's terrible. That's absolutely terrible.
Yeah. When you guys get in these, Tammy, is there anything you want to ask? Because I know you were a volunteer for a few years.
I was, I was a medical officer on fires. I didn't actually go in.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, kind of going back to the thing with you leaving your families and stuff like that, do you guys at your station, do you guys celebrate holidays and stuff like that as a station? I know we did at ours.
We try to. We do, but most of the time we're not able to get through anything. Our station.
I know. Well, we weren't either, but we tried.
yeah, we try to put in the effort, and we try to do as much as we can as a group, because we spend most of our time with each other. So there's a good bonding time between all of us.
Yeah, because my son was like your kids. He kind of grew up on the running boards of the trucks. We would sit out in the bays and stuff like that and hang out, and he kind of would sit there with us and fall asleep on the running boards. If we had a call, I'd scoop him up real quick and run inside. Yeah, kind of thing.
Like when we get new people, my son can actually show them where the tools are.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
The best thing is the new people trying to push start the K-12. That is fantastic.
What's a K-12 for those people that don't know?
A K-12 is one of our big saws that we use to cut through concrete, rebar. We can cut through just about anything with it. And it's a pull string to pull start the K-12. And the new guys that are just coming in the service they don't know a whole lot, but you can't push start a saw. It's impossible. But that's fun. And I seen one the other day. the firefighters had the guys stirring the water tank so it was fresh for the next call.
Oh my God.
That one was good.
Ah, that's funny.
That right there is the reason I'm not a volunteer firefighter. They would tell me to go look for a box of sky hooks, and my dumb ass, knowing it, would go look for them.
We need a hose stretcher. That's what I need out of the bag.
Continuity valves.
That's messed up.
Yeah. Yeah. We used to do a lot of draft training, and the airbag training was always fun too.
Yes.
Everybody used to love doing that. So
Yeah,
you know,
the airbags
we had a
were
lot of
awesome.
fun.
Okay,
It is.
If you're going to talk about airbags and stuff, you're going to have to explain to most of the people what they are. I know from being out on the thing, but what's an airbag?
Our airbags we can use to lift vehicles. We can put them on railroad tracks if we have to. They're pretty much just a heavy lifting tool. Somebody pinned under a vehicle upside down, that we can use them to stabilize the vehicle. You can use airbags for a lot of resources.
Yeah, they're basically a square rubber, more a square or rectangle. They come in different shapes, and they're very flat, very thick rubber, and they can be inflated with the compressed air tanks that the firefighters also use to breathe when they go into a fire. And they can be inflated to different thicknesses to raise very heavy equipment. They can raise a lot of weight.
Yes.
To lift things off of people or whatever you need to use them for. You'd be very surprised how such a small little thing can be so strong.
Yes.
How far do those things raise up?
They inflate like a giant pillow, and they go up 3 feet, 4 feet. You have bigger ones or smaller ones. It just depends on what the situation calls for.
And they can be stacked.
They can be stacked.
I used to have a boat salvaging company, and we used those to raise up boats and stuff. It's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
I always thought about taking one of those and putting it under my ex-mother-in-law's bed, seeing if I could raise her through the ceiling. But my ex-wife's going to be pissed off now. I told you not to mention me or my mother ever again. Hello, Teresa.
Too late.
Whoops. Oh, no, you guys talk about doing stuff like that to other firefighters. I used to spike her food with like cayenne pepper and stuff.
Oh my gosh.
She just started bitching to me. She never really liked me. I had the worst mother-in-law in the world. After I got divorced, her and I got along better than we ever got along. But during that point, there was times that I added just a pinch more, just a pinch more of cayenne pepper.
It's just flavoring.
I mean, I love hot food. Tammy will tell you.
I thought you were going to say milk of magnesia or something like that.
Now that would have been funny.
No.
Yeah, right?
No, but my ex-wife did leave a bottle of, I thought it was Tums, and it looked just like Tums, but she switched the bottle out and put Super Colon Blow in there. And right before I had to take my kids to the bus stop, I like to never made it home, but that's a different story. We'll get back to the firefighter stuff. I cramped for 2 days on that, but I lost weight. You guys want to lose some weight? Super Colon Blow? Eat 6 or 8 of those tablets and tell me what happens to you.
Did your heartburn go away?
Heartburn? I think I crapped my heart out. Pretty sure when I looked in the toilet, that was that thing thumping there.
Oh my gosh.
Either that or I'd been abducted, and they did use the probe on me. Okay, back to the firefighting stuff. I'm going to talk about anal probing tonight. Wait, it is Friday night.
Yes, it is.
This is the night, Casey. We usually talk about crazy crap.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
And I had a damn good question for you, too. No, I done lost it. It's gone. Go ahead and ask him another question, Tammy, while I try to regroup here, thinking about me crapping my pants.
Well, let's see. What's the weirdest, well, if you can talk about it, the weirdest call that you've ever had?
I had a guy fall through behind his refrigerator. He fell through the floor, and he called 911 because he hurt his back. We get in there, and he's actually like halfway in under the floor and halfway holding onto the refrigerator because he was trying to hide his drugs.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that was a little strange.
Well, you just answered mine. I was going to ask if that was a space he knew about or if it was evidently he did.
He said, he goes, we normally go back here all the time and do this. I don't know why the floor gave way this time. Well, I don't know what to tell you. It was pretty good. Because
I wonder, did he go to jail after he went to the hospital?
Oh yeah. The cops were there waiting. It was great. We walked around the entire house looking for him. Is what made it funny because he didn't say anything when we came in the house until we got on our radios and we were calling fire control to tell them that we couldn't find the patient. He starts yelling from behind the refrigerator. I'm like, why would we look back here for you? You have to say something when we come in. And we forced his door open to his house, so he knew we were there. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. That was pretty strange to me.
He's back there yelling, help, open the front of the refrigerator. I can't get my munchies. What the hell? That's got to be pretty torturous. The guy's stoned behind his refrigerator. Can't get to the front of it. Damn it, knock the Captain Crunch off the top.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Oh, my gosh.
Dude, I got the Cheetos. Throw me a bottle of mustard. Back there while he's munching on kitty litter.
Ugh.
I remember down in Orlando, I covered one of the firefighters. I got out there and it was an emergency call, and the guy's wife they had gone on their honeymoon. They got married that day. He gets drunk. The guy never drank. She said he never drank, and so they hadn't had relations or sex, for 3 years.
Ugh.
And the guy was like, he was going crazy. He said he started drinking just so he forget about that part of it. I mean, he was ready to go. She was really ready to go, and she had the nightie on, the whole thing, the music going when they got there, the candles. Well, he passed out on her. Now, this guy was like 6'7", 300 pounds. He had a size 18 ring. Now, an 18 ring is a pretty good size.
Holy cow.
So he had taken his wedding band off, so she slipped it over his pecker and started playing with it. Well, the blood went up into it, and it didn't have any place else to go. So when we got out there, the firefighter's like, okay, what's the emergency? And he's like, well, I really don't want to talk about it. I just want to go to the hospital. They go, we have to know, we got the paramedics sitting here. The first responders were there. It's actually the firefighters before the paramedics got.
Oh, my gosh.
He had to pull the cover back, and we're like, "Oh God, what the hell is that thing? Look like a
eggplant?
Not like an eggplant. Looked like a huge, red potato. I don't want to describe it because it was pretty nasty. But
they're implementing that kind of training now on how to remove those. I don't know how frequently that happens.
Evidently, more frequently now.
Yeah.
I gotta train you on it.
But an 18 ring, that is ridiculous.
Well, what I saw, I still have nightmares over it.
Wow.
And then you had the guy down in Orlando that got his winker stuck in a return thing on the pool on the side. I showed up at that one, and the radio station at that time was offering $1,000 for just somebody to tell his name so they could get him on the air. And I'm like, damn it. Client confidentiality. Crap. This sucks. I mean, I know you guys run into some crazy stuff.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah.
I wish you could talk about it.
I really wish I could talk about the one I want to tell you about.
One day you're going to have to write a book when you quit the fire department. I'm sure we'll promote it. I'm sure it'll be a bestseller.
Wow.
The stories I couldn't talk about.
You guys probably run into some crazier stuff than we did back in my time.
And it's just getting worse. It's just getting worse and worse.
I bet.
Well, this is Putnam County. They do some weird stuff here.
I can honestly say I've been to more meth labs than most people have ever seen in their life.
Ooh, that's scary.
Well, they're in the woods. They're in abandoned houses. They're everywhere. And then once we come in contact with them, we have to go be deconned, which is absolutely horrible.
Yeah. Oh, I bet.
Because as you pretty much start off with, you're in your full bunker gear, so they start scrubbing you, and you just take off layer by layer by layer, and it's like these big industrial boat scrubbing brushes. It's horrible. Mm-hmm. Absolutely horrible.
How much we had talked last week or a couple of weeks ago about maybe setting something up at the fire department, and I mentioned it the other night, where people can come out and they can put a suit on and see exactly what the weight is on it and stuff. How much does, like, I know the outfits weigh different amounts.
Yeah.
What kind of outfits do you have? You have one for, like...
You have one for wildland firefighting, which is more of like a kind of... It's more of like t-shirt material because cotton is considered flame retardant. Ish. And then the other ones are just kind of like they're wildland pants. They're made out of 100% cotton too, and they're lighter because you're outside running around all day. And then structure gear is 3 layers. You've got your outer shell, your thermal barrier, and your moisture barrier. And it's hot. It's really, really hot.
How much does how much does the, I've seen you out there with the tanks on in the back, the oxygen tanks and stuff, and you guys are moving like that's nothing. But I remember picking up one of the firefighters who was just exhausted on the one I went to in San Mateo where the guy's shed had blown up.
Yeah.
There was okay, I got my program manager telling me it's time for the ads. Let's pick up on this after we do this couple of ads there. If you can hang in there with us for a few minutes, Casey.
Yeah.
All right. Which one do we have first? Okay, we have Hot Pocket Bob. East Side Towing and Collision. You want to get a discount on your stuff when you go up there? Take him a box of Hot Pockets. This guy eats Hot Pockets every freaking day. I guess since they went out. And by the way, the Hot Pocket people, if you're listening, you owe me money for this. But he does towing, collision work, custom paint, mechanical work, pretty much anything you need done on the car. He's trying to get out of the mechanical side of it, although I saw him putting a motor in today. But if you wreck your car and you need someplace to take it to, take it there. I mean, look at the paint jobs on these things. I don't know if you can see him, Casey, but I don't even know if you know who Bob is.
No.
That guy. He's right there in East Palaca on the left-hand side by the
I know
fairgrounds.
who he is. Yes, I do.
That guy does some kick butt work.
Good to know.
That little MG right there was solid puke pea green when I saw it come in. And then the funny thing about that one is the guy who picked it up, when he was backing out of there, backed it right into the ditch.
Oh, that's awesome.
Right after he spent a month painting the thing.
That's awesome.
Okay, the stand in Satsuma. I don't know if you've ever been there, Casey. They have kick butt produce.
I think I have been there.
Yeah, it's right there in Satsuma. They also have one in East Palaca.
I'm pretty sure I've been to the one in East Palaca.
Yeah, that one, Andrea, and by the way, Andrea had to go to the hospital today, so we hope everything's all right with her. She wasn't feeling well.
Hope
But
she's okay.
Matt and Luann always help out with stuff. Now, they are going to be closed for 2 weeks. They all go on vacation at the same time. So from the 11th, I believe, till the end of the month. So if you have to get produce, make sure you swing in there before then. Freeze it. Do like I do. Buy big box of tomatoes, chop them up, put them in freezer bags, and freeze them. Makes good chilling. But Matt and Luann always help out with stuff. Okay. We got Vineos. Pumps and wells. He does not doing any drilling in Putnam County right now. I'm not sure why. It's probably just a long ways for him to drag his equipment since he's out of Volusia County. But he does pump repair, well restoration, pump replacement, well abandonment. If you got a well that's abandoned, they've come in parts of the city and they put in city water, and they're making you cap the wells off. He does that. And if you're in Volusia or Daytona or any place like that, he's still drilling wells down there. And for the people that, is Radio Co back up? Or do you know? We had some problems with Radio Co earlier. And then we got Mr. Bruce over at Tom's AC and Heating. Now, Bruce is a big old man. You like that picture of him?
Look at that animal. He's just
he's so freaking tall, man. We went out to lunch last week, actually this week, and Monday, and I'm sitting there talking to him, and he's like you. He's huge. I mean,
Yes.
I'm 5'10" and a half, and I'm sitting there getting a neck cramp, looking up, talking, and I had to step up on the curb and talk to the guy.
like I'm a big guy, but Bruce is bigger than me.
I mean, he's huge. I mean, his head's all the way at the top of the van.
It's about the same size as the van.
But he does. I bet he could pick the van up.
He probably
too.
could.
But he does AC, heating. He does the sales, the installation, the service, the maintenance. He has guys working for him. He's only doing residential at this time, but you guys' AC just went out over there at Station 6, correct?
It's actually been out for a little while now. We've been using portable window units that are causing so much condensation it's starting to deteriorate our walls inside. They're starting to fall off. And Bruce, you know, I've been in the fire service with Bruce for probably 4 to 5 years. We were at the same station for a long time. He's actually going to come out and replace the unit for us.
Yeah, and he's doing it at cost.
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to be putting up a fundraiser to try to cover the cost of the AC unit because he does, you know, he's a firefighter. And one thing he might get mad at me for saying this, but he takes his check, his firefighter check. He's a paid firefighter, and he gives it back to the firefighters.
Yes.
I don't know if you knew that.
His incentive check, yeah, he takes it and gives it back.
Yeah, he gives it back to them.
Well, we're so underfunded. It helps. It really does. Even though it's not a whole lot of money, it does help us. Well, he gives it to his station, not my station.
Yeah, that's a hell of a guy to do that. And then we're going to be putting up a thing to raise. We need to raise $1,500 or $1,600 for the AC unit, or for the air conditioning unit that's going into Station 6.
Yes.
Now these volunteers only get paid, you know, $4 a call. You heard him say that, you know, that can last for 6 hours, 7 hours if it's fatality, for $4 stinking dollars. This is something we need to help them with. 2 years ago, Tammy and I came up with Quench the Thirst.
Mm-hmm. That was when I first met you.
Yeah, that was a couple years ago. This Quench the Thirst, guys and gals, this thing is so important. With these volunteers only getting $4 a call, you guys, when you go out, you have to, you know, most of the time you're carrying your own water. I know they do have a truck that shows up on big stuff.
It depends. I don't know if I should say that or not.
On the big brush fires, I can. On the big brush fires, I've been out to them. I call it the roach coach.
Yes.
It's like one of those things that shows up with a couple snacks, you know, a few snacks on it. But when you've got multiple stations there involved, I know there's a few times they've ran out of water. I've run up to different grocery stores, come back with water, ice, snacks, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the snacks and stuff, you guys are out on these brush fires. I know the one in Crescent City a couple years ago. You guys were out there for a couple, 2 or 3 days. It kept popping back up.
I think it was the truck trail fires. Yeah, we were out there for a long time.
Yeah, that was when the arson person was setting the fires all over Putnam County.
Yes.
And you guys were out there forever, and I know they ran out of water, and then we started the water drive, and we collected over 100,000 bottles. Now, it wasn't Tammy or I, but that's the people that listen to the radio show. They read the Putnam Way. You guys get over to Hitchcock's. We still have that going on, correct? Or just started?
Yes. Well, we've got it. It's still going on, and actually today I just put another reminder up on the page, especially for Save a Lot, and Hitchcock's has their promotion still going on there as well. And I put Save a Lot's Labor Day promotion along with it, just to remind everybody.
I talked to Mary yesterday, and she says they've got a whole truckload of water coming in for them.
Nice.
Good.
So you guys are going to be set with water again.
I mean, it really does cut into the little bit of money that we are given to buy snacks and to buy drinks and stuff like that. It costs upwards of $10,000 to outfit one firefighter for structure gear, because your structure gear alone is $6,000, and then your air pack and mask is another $6,000.
Now, with the helmets and stuff, they only, like, with your helmets, they buy, and your gloves. I mean, last week you were talking about somebody needs to call in and donate $65 to this man right now. He's not going to say it on the air, but I'll go ahead and say it for him. He didn't hold his finger up, so I guess it's okay to talk about. There was a wreck out on 207 the other day, and it was just the devastation and stuff that was there, and the amount of blood. When I got there, it would look like a mafia mutilation. Unfortunately, your gloves get covered in blood, and they were at the point to where there's no saving them.
No, I had to throw them away.
So he's got to purchase another pair of gloves, which are what, $65?
Oh, I've already purchased them. I had to.
Well, somebody needs to send some money in to cover your cost on that. You shouldn't have to pay it for being out busting your hump, especially when $4. Hell, you would have to make, well, what's the math on that? You would have to do 20 calls, just to cover the price, or 21 calls just to do the price. of one pair of gloves at $4 a call.
I mean, if you want, Putnam County provides decent equipment for us. They really do. They make sure that our gear isn't torn. Those who have county issue gear. But like, I bought my own helmet because I wanted a better helmet. The helmets that we have are Carnes here, and they squeeze your brain. Like, the way the harness is, it sits right up on the top of your head right here. And it hurts wearing it for 2 and 3 hours at a time. So I went out and I bought my own helmet at about $450.
Yeah, see, and there's
so
you guys shouldn't have to do that. I mean, we've got enough people listening and that read the Putman Way and stuff that they could donate that type of that equipment and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, the stuff gets very expensive. Very expensive.
So yeah, so this quench the thirst thing, put that back up there again for me, Chris. Thank you. Snacks. When you go in there, just purchase what's some of the snacks you guys? I know you guys eat Slim Jims like crazy.
Yeah, those are like the biggest seller out there. Honestly, like Slim Jims, crackers, peanut butter, the cracker packs, peanut butter crackers, and the sandwich cookie things, whatever they're called.
Like the Lance and the
yeah, there you go. That's
sandwiches.
What they are. Yeah, those. We use a lot of those. Powerade, Gatorade, water. Everybody for some reason in the fire service eats sunflower seeds. I haven't figured that out yet.
That's like nationwide.
I think that it's because it helps replenish the salt in your body. I'm not sure how that works, but it's what I want to do.
It's a tension reliever too, I think.
Yeah, it keeps your mind occupied.
Yeah, it does.
One of the firefighters I was going to interview, I'm not going to say his name. I should though. He was sitting there the whole time he was talking to me. He had a mouthful. It was right after he had gotten his gear off, and that's what he was saying. He needed to replenish the salt and stuff. He was sitting there. I'm like, so exactly what happened here? It's like, well,
yeah.
I'm like, dude, you're loaded. And I just walked up on him. Apparently, he had dumped one of those packages. It's about like that. He had dumped the thing, half the pack in his mouth. And all of a sudden he's spitting, and they started doing rapid fire, and he goes, heck with it, and spit them all out. I'm like, no, you can keep eating them. This is pretty funny. It'd take me 45 minutes to write this article, but and how do you spell?
When we're out on those fires like that, the hardest part is that not many people are volunteering anymore. So we're rotating 4 people in and out for 2 and 3 days at a time. I know the brush fire season we had in, 2011, where half of Putnam County was on fire. It was either 10 or 11. I spent 4 days without going home and just sleeping on the fire ground. Because we had fires breaking out everywhere.
I remember that.
At that time, we only had 6 members. So that was a lot of effort.
Well, you guys were all the way down in Georgetown, and then all the way up in Keystone Heights, and I mean, it wasn't like you were within 5 minutes of your house where you could run back there, or 10 minutes. Georgetown is 45 minutes away, especially in one of those trucks.
Yeah. We assembled a strike team to go, which is just a big group of fire trucks, and we ran code 3 all the way there, which is where our lights and sirens, and just to get there and help, so we could help faster.
Now, you guys also go out of state from time to time too, right? You get different volunteers that go and help in like Georgia. I remember a couple of years ago.
If it's bad enough, yeah, we can go. But there's another level of training you have to go to be able to do that. You have to get what's called a red card certification.
Now, you're talking about the volunteers. I can imagine where you would be short on volunteers. I mean, hell, I never woke up and go, hey, I want to get rich. Let me go be a firefighter.
Yeah. I mean, it's true. But people, I've noticed that I've been in the fire service long enough now. I've seen a steady decline in people that come, or it may sound bad, but you get these people that just want to join to get a fire T-shirt and say they're part of a fire station. Yep. Don't go to any training. Don't come to meetings. Don't do anything.
Yep. They get the T-shirt, and before you know it, they're gone.
Yep. And like these right here, our portables and our pagers. This portable is $600.
They can't see it. Put it over where they can.
That's $600, and this is another. This is our pager. These are about $500 to $600 a piece. And when new members join, you don't get a portable, but you do get a pager. And so you're tying up our resources to somebody that's not going to respond to calls or come help. So, I call them weekend warriors. They're getting more and more and less wanting to be dedicated, because it takes a lot of dedication to be a volunteer. You do have to go to fire school. You do have to go to different trainings all the time. Just to go to fire school for basic interior firefighting is 206 hours.
Now, what are the age groups that are allowed to be volunteers? Or
you have to be 18.
18.
Yep.
Is there a cutoff age on?
There's not a cutoff age, because there's always something you can do. Like, you don't have to be a structure firefighter. You can pump a truck. You can be an operator. You can run just medical calls. You can be just a support personnel, which comes and helps out on the fires, like distributing water, helping us roll up hose. There's a ton of positions that you can do. Like, be on the board, be a board member, or come and clean the station. Just to help out. There's a ton of stuff people can do.
Well, you guys got to be pretty fit too, because I've been out on fires, especially in the smaller markets like you guys, and where you only have a few volunteers, not like big metropolitan area, like down in Georgetown or in Pomona Park and East Black, and I'll jump in there and help pull a hose back when you guys are trying to break down, because I've been on so many. I know you got to zigzag them back and forth and get them. Those damn things are heavy.
They are, especially when you're trying to advance the charged hose. It's not easy. So you've got to be in decent shape to do it.
Even just to hold one of them when the water's coming out. What kind of pressure is coming out of those things?
Most people operate at 110 to 120 pounds of pressure at the nozzle. So your pump will be running at about 150, because you got to put in all of the friction loss. You get, God, what was it? You lose like 5 pounds of pressure per 50-foot line, and then you've got 200 feet on the ground. So you have to calculate all that in when you're running the pump. And then if a tanker's pushing you water, the tanker's pushing you water at 50 pounds, which is going to raise your pressure at your nozzle, which is going to raise your pressure at your pump. It just keeps going and going and going.
Now, if people wanted to go and, like on this Quench the Thirst thing that we have, if people wanted to go and donate stuff, I know at the fire station you guys aren't there all the time because there's a lot of volunteers. How do they... I mean, is it safe to drop, toilet paper and paper towels? That's the other things. And you guys need, like, handy wipes are probably a big thing for you guys, too.
Those are fantastic. For the most part, if you come by Station 6, we do have a paid staff during the day. So we keep from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. We have a paid staff, which I think is great for the county and for our end of the county.
So they can just drop the stuff off right there. So if you guys got snacks and stuff and you want to drop them off for Station 6, or
don't do just my station. You can drop them off to any of the stations to help these guys out.
Any station. We have listeners all over the United States and overseas, and I know there's even volunteer firefighters overseas.
There is, yes.
But any fire station that you're near, go pick up a 6-pack of Gatorade or a case of water. A case of water is only like a couple of bucks.
Yeah.
But I mean, hell, a case of water is half your pay for a call. I mean, at $4,
it's 2-3 o'clock in the morning, and we'll send one person to the store to get Gatorades and drinks and stuff. And we pay for all that when it comes to like that. We did it a couple weeks ago. We'll send somebody down to buy drinks for everybody. Which,
that's. Well, I know we've got some good businesses around the county. I know Pomona Park Pizza has donated stuff. McDonald's has donated stuff.
Yep. Hitchcock's has.
Hitchcock's, Mary over there, or Joanne.
Domino's donated pizza a couple of different times when we were out fighting the brush fires.
Yeah.
They would come out and deliver pizzas to us. I mean, Putnam County, for the most part, really does have a good system when it comes to their volunteers. Because Putnam County is 90% volunteer. The only paid station you have is Station 23. Station 6 has a 8 to 8 staff, and then Station 2 in Palaca.
Yeah. Now, how often do you get people, probably not near enough, come up and say, thanks for your service or anything like that?
Few and far between anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody's ever happy to see any of us.
But, I mean, even like you guys, you need to think about it. When you're out there and you see a volunteer firefighter or a paid firefighter, they don't pay people enough to, even if they're paid to go bust into fires to see what they've seen, you know, and the type of mental stress that it takes. Like I said, hell, I'm out on calls. Like, you've seen me out, I know, at least a half a dozen times on you guys' calls, and I don't like seeing what I've seen. And thank you guys for always letting me in there too. You guys know, I know one of the firefighters out at the Cracker Swamp, when he there was a couple of people that he wouldn't let in, and when he recognized who I was, he's like, "Oh, come on over here," because he knew I wouldn't. You know, a lot of the reporters and writers and stuff, they don't respect, you know, the families. They take pictures of the cars, they take pictures of the victims, and I just, you know, I don't see any need that.
It's like the accident on 207. There was no pictures taken of that scene, other than the coroner's. I don't know what happened after we left, because the call came out at, I think it was 8:13. I got home at 1:30 in the morning, and there was no pictures between there.
Yeah.
So that's one good thing, is they don't allow that. And, you know, you guys do a lot for the volunteer service out here, and you help us out a lot.
Not near enough. We're trying to work on GIF has said they're going to go ahead. I guess they're going to go try to take care of the parking lot over there. You guys' parking lot where your trucks pull in and out is a freaking mess. Do we still have those pictures of that, Chris?
Give me half a second to get them up.
Yeah, they're it's kind of bad.
What's happening to the trucks now when they're pulling out?
Oh, that's banging our trucks to pieces. It's messing our tires up. It's it's knocking electrical components out. It's banging our tools, our air packs around. But there's nothing we can do, because we can't leave the trucks outside.
Yeah. Now here's. I know they've talked about getting you guys a new station for, as long as I can remember now.
Yeah,
3 or 4 years. But this is one of the pictures of what you guys have.
That's our engine bay. That holds our our structure firefighting one. The far one to the right is where our squad parks. Then it's the engine, the tanker, and the brush truck.
Well, you got a nice little jacuzzi going there.
Yeah.
But you, as big as you guys are, hell, you couldn't even enjoy that. You couldn't even fit in.
And that's where our main response truck pulls out of. That's the one that responds to all of the house fires, the car accidents. That has our jaws of life on it. And all that's getting banged around inside these compartments because of that.
I know one of the guys I talked to over there last week, I'm not going to say who it was he said that it had pulled the electrical out or something, and a pump wasn't working. They had to jump and fix that real quick.
Yeah, it knocked our truck completely out of service, because if the pump's not operating, the truck doesn't work.
So, yeah, Christian over at GIF said that they got their contractor that does work for them. They're the ones putting in the bridges and stuff around here and doing the road stuff as you come in past the Speedway or at the Speedway. They're actually renting the Speedway. That's who it is. Awesome. I'm supposed to be talking to him, I believe, on Tuesday.
Okay.
And then hopefully we've got to check with the county and see what kind of permitting they're going to charge. But I'm just going to go ahead and do it anyways. I'll write the thing out myself, and then if they want to throw somebody in jail for it. We got a pretty good group in the county, though.
Yeah.
I don't see it being a problem.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be much of an issue.
Yeah, we got some pretty good county officials.
We do, and it's getting better. It really is.
I hope so.
Me too.
Yeah, I like Larry, and
yeah,
you got Chip Libel, and what's his name in Crescent City?
Oh,
he owns Napa.
I could have told you if you wouldn't ask me.
Hell, I
don't remember.
You got it, Tammy?
Bill
Pickens. Bill Pickens. I don't know why I can't remember his name. Every time I get on here, my brain shorts out of Bill Pickens. That's probably because I have to, wind up being so politically correct anymore. And if I see a picket fence, I want to throw somebody on it or something.
Yeah.
What time are we at, Chris? I want to make sure I don't. We got about 6 more minutes before we have to do commercials, so that's cool. These people get very angry.
Yeah.
You didn't put my commercial up. I'm not sending you a check. You didn't send a check anyways. Now,
send the mail.
We're going to try to get, once we get the parking lot, and Tammy and I have been talking about this, we're going to try to do a fundraiser up there for you guys.
Okay.
And do a cookout, but we got to get that parking lot fixed first.
Yeah, it's bad.
You'll be doing rescue on little kids there. They walk past it. Where did Junior go? Holy crap.
When it's 2:00 in the morning and you go into the station, you trip in the holes. You do. I'm surprised one of us haven't gotten hurt yet.
Well, I know. Like a dumbass, I went to step in one to see how deep it was.
Yeah.
And
Oh my God.
the tactical boots that I had on, I mean, they come up a pretty good ways. Nope. Right over the top. It's over a foot and a half deep there.
Yeah.
On that big
That one big hole is horrible.
Yeah, I mean, it went up halfway up my thigh or leg, calf, and I was like, oh, damn it. Here's your sign.
They're gonna make you put a fence around it to keep children from drowning in that thing.
They're going to have to.
Either that or we can have a fishing tournament like we do in Malacca every year.
Yeah.
So if you bass, do catfishing, give the kids some $5 rods and reels.
I mean, between that getting fixed and the AC getting put in, that would make everybody at the station so much. It would build morale. It really would.
Yeah, you guys definitely have to have
I would love to see you guys get some more volunteers, though.
That would be nice. To be honest with you, I think that Station 20, which is West Putnam, that's the one that I transferred from that Bruce is at. Because I was driving from Hastings to West Putnam and running calls there to help out. But they're down to, they need members. They're badly.
Now, how does somebody sign up to be a member?
Just go by and pick up the application packet.
They can do that at each individual station?
Yes. Each station should have their own application packets. It varies from station to station. Most stations' requirements are about the same in Putnam County, but they can require certain different special things. Most of them don't, though.
Yeah, and honestly, I would volunteer, but with me doing what I do, there's just no, and I talked to you and I talked to Bruce about it, and a few of the other ones that have asked me to, if I go and do that, then I can't cover the stuff.
Yeah.
I can't, Tammy and I can't help you guys get the water and, between getting the parking lots fixed, it's just too much. And by the way, Scott, if you're listening, this is one of the guys that he's the manager over at Walmart.
Okay.
And he's one of the guys that had the boots donated to you, and I believe you got a pair of them, didn't you?
I did, and so did my wife, actually.
Yeah.
I have pictures for you. I forgot to send them to you, and I'm sorry. But yeah, we took pictures of them. They are wonderful.
Yeah. So thank you, Scott, from Walmart.
Yes, thank you.
Donating. And now we had to wait on yours to come in because you have a little bitty foot.
Yes.
It's what? 13 and a half?
Just about, yeah. 13. Yes.
I'm sorry, but that's a rescue boat for me. Put a 10-horse motor on it. I'm in the St. John's fishing.
One of our newer members, he's been in the fire service about 2 weeks. His first major call was the 207 accident. The 207 and 207A accident. He wears a 15 and a half, I think.
Boot.
Lord. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Now, is there qualification on you guys got to be giants to work there or what?
Yes.
If you're not 6'6" and 266, screaming, stealing sex appeal, forget about it. You're out.
Well, do you want 5'1" coming to get you, or do you want 6'6" coming to get you?
I don't know. It depends on how delusional I was. If I was standing behind a refrigerator or not. Good God, it's Goliath.
Well, it was a heck of an initiation, though.
Yeah, that was a good start.
Yeah, I imagine these young guys too. They get out there because I'm not going to say I've never puked at something that I've seen, and you're talking about puking from, most people. I can handle anything. Listen, yeah. I've had diapers that I've changed for 7 kids and everything. Yeah, here's a picture. We got a picture of Walmart of Scott over there.
Yes, and those are the boots we received.
Yeah, those are pretty good boots, huh?
They are. The Interceptors, yes.
Yeah, the tactical boots. I actually have a pair of those myself, and I've had mine for a couple of years.
They are steel-toe boots, and for them to be steel-toe, they're extremely light. I was very surprised at how light those boots are.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scott, he's the man over there, I'm telling you. Anytime I've gone over there and with water and stuff, I'll ask him, and he also made a deal with me that if people come in and buy water and they tell me, if you guys are out there collecting funds, He's going to allow, and I didn't get to tell Bruce this, it's mainly for your station, but if they want to show up, the deal he's made with me is if you guys want to show up with your boots out there, and we got to get it set up.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I've got to talk to you about this coming week.
Okay.
Whatever money you guys collect, and you go in there and buy water or Gatorade, they're going to match it.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I thought that was a kickback deal.
That
Walmart,
is.
Their corporate is cut back on a lot of stuff, but
Yeah.
even with them cutting back, when I went in there and Tammy got me the corporate number, I went in there, got a hold of Scott. I called corporate. They said it was fine. Just check with the manager. Scott's like, well, why did you call corporate? Hell, I would have done it. There's ways around it. Because Walmart's changed over the years. You have to actually fill out 100 forms now. Just, that's any business that's like that.
Anything.
Well, yeah, everybody's gotten that way these days. You have to go through the corporate route.
Sorry.
Yeah. So if you get a call come in, let me know.
Oh, I will.
I'll take a live camera out there. I wouldn't be able to catch you. Hell,
I got my gear in the truck. You want to put it on?
no, not tonight.
Okay.
I went out when they had the swamp fires out in, hell, even with you guys in East Palatka.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a F-350 with a turbo in this thing, and it's a diesel, and it'll move. It'll get up and go.
Yeah.
You guys in those billion-pound tankers, how the hell do you got to get them to go so fast? You lose me every time we're going out to a call, and I'm trying to follow you guys. And I remember we were at one call the one day, and you guys got another call, and you had to leave from there from one brush fire to the next.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe you guys left a few guys there. You call it mopping up.
Yeah, mop up.
And they were mopping up, and lightning hit across the ways, and you guys were there. And I'm like, you guys were in your trucks by the time I got in my truck, and I'm right behind you, and you guys pulled off and left me. Of course, you got a license to speed,
I
too.
don't know what you're talking about.
That's the most fun part of being in the fire department, dude.
That is why everybody joins us for the lights. It really is.
Okay. I think we got it. It's already that time again. Hell, we're
You
getting
got a
close
couple
to.
minutes.
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
Okay. The one thing that I've seen, and I think it was you and I talked about it, might have been me and Bruce, about people getting out of the way. Because I know there's some jackasses that I've seen that I want to run them off the road into the ditches.
It's getting better. I can't fault that on the people as much as I can the drivers. Because if you think about it, if you're in the right-hand lane running code 3, wanting people to move out of your way, there's nowhere for them to go. You can pull as far to the right as you can, but I don't expect you to drive your car off into the grass just to move out of the way. If you're going to run code, you should be in the other lane, away from the people, so they have somewhere to move to. So it's a catch-22.
Yeah, I mean, and the other thing too is when you guys are out on scene, I mean, is there anything you want to tell them about rubberneckers or people trying to come up and get involved or
that? Don't get involved. You're hindering us from doing what we can do. And then the only other thing is, just please slow down when you're going past us. I can't tell you how many times that I've almost been hit, or one of my guys have almost been hit, because somebody's looking at the accident and not paying attention that there is people in the road.
Not long ago, and it might have been your station. One of you guys from your station was standing there, and a guy went by, and he got smacked with a mirror. Lucky it was a collapsible mirror.
Oh, that was James. It broke the mirror off.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, James got hit with one. I've been hit with one. It's just people not paying any attention. A little bit at night I can understand, because our lights are really, really bright, and I do understand that they kind of blind a little bit. But if you move over in the other lane, it helps us, especially if we're working on the side of the road.
It's the law.
It is the law. It is, but people aren't going to listen to it.
Well,
they never have.
They're like moths to the light. You know?
Everybody wants to see what happened, or wants to see the carnage, until they actually have to work it. Mm-hmm. Then they'll get more of a respect for what we're trying to do.
Yeah, we got to take a commercial break here real quick. If you can just bear with us for about 3.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, got Cars, Community Auto Repair Specialist, and that is Jason. And I was letting you get in here, Tammy. Tracy.
Oh. Sorry. I'm a little out of practice here.
Caught you drinking, didn't I? What's in that cup?
Kool-Aid. Black cherry.
Community Auto Repair Specialist. They are open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. They are closed on Saturday and Sunday, and I say this every week. The reason that they're closed is they have a new baby. Have you seen the pictures of that little girl?
No, I haven't.
She is cute.
She's got to be a year old by now. I don't know. She's had the baby for a while.
No, she's cute as a button. I mean, my daughter's going to kill me for saying this, and hopefully she's not listening, but I had the ugliest babies. You know, my God.
I've seen her baby pictures, and she was not ugly.
She would have scared the pickles off a hamburger.
Oh, my gosh.
But
I believe him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, she was. I won't even show the picture on the
wasn't.
thing. I think she's the most beautiful ever girl born now, but good.
She wasn't ugly then either.
I hit her
Go
for
ahead.
3 months. Anyways, let's get back on this cars thing. Get their head back up, Chris. Community Auto Specialist, by the way, Cheyenne, if you're listening, I do love you, sweetheart. I'm so proud of you. Please don't come in and kill me in my sleep.
And I hope you're feeling better, Cheyenne.
Yeah. But they have 3 locations, one at 3520 Krill Avenue. It looks like a big red barn. It's a car lot there as well. So if you go past the Taco Bell, if you're heading toward Walmart, you'll see it on the right-hand side. Pull in there. They do front-end alignments. They have their tires at cost, by the way.
Wow.
They don't make anything on the tires except for the mount and balance on them. So if you got to get tires, I mean, tires aren't pretty. They're not supposed to be pretty. Nope. You need ugly tires. They got pretty tires and ugly tires. But the thing is, they got to roll down the road. You can get them for exactly what they pay for them. But they also have a place in Green Cove Springs at 1608 Ottawa Avenue and Advanced Auto Care. So do not, when you're in Gainesville, don't look for cars. Look for Advanced Auto Care. Jason bought the business out from over there, and they're at 3820 Southwest Archer Road, Gainesville. You guys can scroll back and pause it at 832, and you'll see you can get the phone number. Animal Health Care Center. Oh, and by the way, they do give us contests and stuff, and we've got next week coming up. They've got a front end alignment package, oil change, and tire rotation. It's about
a car care package.
So yeah, it's going to be a giveaway, so people can go on and sign up for it. It won't cost them anything. And the lady at Walmart won last time.
Yes, she did.
Yeah, she got that. But Animal Health Care Center, Dr. Nagy and Dr. Smith, these guys do digital x-rays, spaying and neutering, dental cleaning, small animal orthopedics, and if you're going out of town, they do boarding. The main thing on this is they have low-cost vaccines and general health care needs as well. They're open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tuesdays and Thursdays. They're open from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. by appointment only. So it's between 5 in the afternoon and 7 at night. If you don't have an appointment, they'll probably still get your animal in there and see them, but they're only there. And then Saturday from 8 to noon, and they are closed on Sundays. But these guys do excellent work. I don't know how they do that stuff, because I've seen some of the cats have gone in there. And there's no way. Cats are wicked.
Yes, they are.
No.
Yeah, they are.
No,
I mean, these
cats
things,
are wonderful.
all the stinking claws them things have on them.
Oh, no. Cats are wonderful.
A dog might bite you. A cat has this canine teeth. They bite, they scratch, they claw.
They smell bad.
Yeah, they smell bad. Tammy has like 50 cats.
Do you really?
No, I have 9.
That's still weird. That's like 9 too many.
And I have 2 or 3 outside.
Yeah, she has 11 total. She's got the elderly lady starter kit.
I see that.
Hey.
Do you crochet?
No.
It's coming.
It's coming.
Oh, no, it's not. I don't do crafts.
Put bird sails up there. She's getting a razor popping out of her forehead. Her temples are throbbing. You can see her headphones going back and forth. Bird sails. You guys need a building. I've got the building that I've got now, a studio. It's a pretty nice studio, isn't it?
It is. I need one.
You can take and make one of these things into a man cave or a she shed.
She shed.
Hey.
Or a kid, get the hell out of my life. Stay in the house. I got to go outside, do whatever you're going to do. But you make like a romance cabin. You have to do that. He doesn't sell those, by the way. You have to make one yourself.
Hey, that's a good idea.
Romance cabin?
Yeah.
No way. I can be miserable by
Get
myself.
away from the kids' cabin.
I can be miserable by myself. I don't need anybody to make me miserable. That's why I'm not married. Hell, I'm going to be one of those lonely guys that dies probably getting a few of your cats from you. But Mr. Bird put his thing back up there for me, Chris. He's open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturday, 8:30 a.m. to 3 p.m., and closed on Sunday. He's a Christian man. Him and his sons do these setups and all that stuff. They'll anchor them down, but they have greenhouses. They have, if you need to rent a gazebo or something. If you don't have good credit, which I know living in Putnam County is one of the poorest counties in the state, people's credit gets screwed up sometimes. It might be a divorce. It might be your boss didn't pay you right, or you got fired, or your company went out of business. Anyways, they do rent to own. If you have good credit, they do finance, and they'll go up to, I believe, 5 years. But anything you need as far as a building, instead of going over to, and we have some good storage unit companies in the county. I'm not saying we don't, but if you want to just walk out your back door and get to your stuff, they have them. Make sure you go over and see Mr. Bird Sales. That's in San Mateo as well. Okay, what else do we have? Oh, Miss Barbie, Hair by Barbie. She's available by appointment only. Somebody called me the other day. I went over there and she couldn't cut my hair. I'm not sure what by appointment only is not understood, but she is well sought after. She does the pinstriping on hair.
Oh, cool. I think that's cool.
Highlights.
Is that cool?
It's probably not good. Brazilian blowouts. You know, I thought that was like a drug cartel thing.
That's what it sounds like.
M80
actually.
M80 in the back of your head.
Did you see that? Did you see that new guy that's cutting the lady's hair with an axe? Yeah, that's cool.
I've seen him do it with flames when I was over in Europe.
Yeah.
Well,
Guy with a torch. Now you talk
You
about
gotta
being
make sure
scared.
you're real good for that.
Need to have Casey standing there with a fire extinguisher. Put this crap out. I look like Michael Jackson. Be bad. But Barbie is available by appointment only. She's out of Kelly's Hair Salon and 916 St. John's Avenue. That's on the same road. If you pull in through the courthouse, just drive through their parking lot and make a right. Go down the street. They're right across. What's that place? That place, Chris? That sandwich shop.
Are you talking about the pizza place?
Yeah, is it pizza?
Yeah, it's Pizza Boys. It's across
Pizza
the street.
Boys. It's across the street from Pizza Boys. And also at Salon Lofts over at 440 BLD Drive, Unit 103, and Loft number 7 in St. Augustine. That is right across from the Home Depot. If you're in the Home Depot parking lot, go across the street. You'll see the place. It's set back a little ways. They got a nice studio, though. But, yeah, she does anything you want done on your hair. Hell, she even does guys' hair. She does a good job on it. I mean, that's the only person I let touch mine. She does Chris's, too. His beard and his mustache. You want to say hi, Chris? Here, jump in the camera. There's his thumb. Okay, you're creeping me out now. Okay, Plaque of Cinema. Roll that footage of Amanda. Hey, gang, I'm here with Amanda down at Plaque of Cinema. Amanda, what kind of deals you guys got going on?
Right now we have our 250 Tuesday. 250 Concession Tuesday is a deal we offer on concession items. Tickets will never be 250, but still come on down, help us support 250 Tuesday. And as always, I want to thank the people of Placer and Putnam County for #KeepItLocal. We really do appreciate your support, and we wouldn't be here without it. And you know we always love the kids. Everything we do is for the kids. So bring them on down, help us out, and as always, #KeepItLocal.
All right, thank you, Amanda. You're the best. Very important to keep your local businesses strong.
That's
Go
right.
out and support your local businesses.
I'm not sure if they still do it. I think they do, but they do offer a first responder discount for the firefighters if they want to go up there.
I'm sure she does.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yes, first responders. I think they do it with police and everything.
Yeah, I take my kids there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, tell her you were on the radio show here. Tell her you want a free ticket.
Oh, okay. We'll see
Amanda, hook him up.
She'll probably charge me more.
Matter of fact, we have a contest that we have to draw for this weekend for the date night, or did we already draw that? No, we didn't.
No, I don't think so.
It's a date night and a family of 4. Includes the popcorn, candy, and all that crap. I tell you
Did we
what.
put that up?
How do I sign up for that?
Yeah. Yeah, we put it up. Actually, it might have got lost in the thing because there's so many stuff that we put up. We'll go through and look at it. If not, let's get that back up. All you do is go on there, Casey, and you just put, whenever I go to the movies, I want to go to Palaka Cinema. Thank you. What do we have? Thank you, Amanda, or something like that.
Oh, okay.
And then that's all you do to register. You don't have to buy anything. Nobody's going to spam you. But one thing you do, Casey, is you can go on the Putman Way.
Okay.
And you can enter there. You can only enter one time, but you get your kids, enter their names underneath of it. You can enter their names, their age. Don't put their last name, but just...
That's dirty.
And then put your wife's name, and that way you gives you 3 chances to enter. But then you can also go over to IITW Radio on Facebook and enter there. Or you can go to the Tonight Show on YouTube and enter there.
Okay.
Is there any other places, Tammy?
I think that's everything.
So there could be 3 chances to win at it, and then we combine the...
No, we didn't put it up. Everything I have on there is from 2016.
I think that's the day the internet went up. Okay.
Maybe.
Well, get it put up. We'll run it for a week, and you guys can enter it.
Gotcha.
Nice.
You guys can enter it. So you didn't miss it, Casey. Sweet. You get your wife to enter it.
Yeah.
Put your kid's name under. You guys, what we're talking about on that is, for you guys listening, is when you go on the Putman Way or IITW Radio, and we put these contests up, you can actually take your kids underneath your post. So under your post, you can do it one time for yourself. Then if you have 2 children, you just go on there, put Bobby, age 7, and then put the comment after that, and then little Susie, and then the comment after that under a separate one. That way it'll give you, with your wife, 2 kids, and yourself, it'll give you 4 chances to enter. And we do that. It's a randomizer. It's a program we have. Everything goes in there, and then it spins around and spits it back out. We don't know who wins. The lady at Walmart, I know who she is when I go in there, but I didn't recognize her name. She come up, I won the thing from Cars. I'm like, cool beans. Okay, now, what was the other thing we were talking about before we had to go to commercials? Tammy, help me out. I just had this conversation.
Well, we were talking about volunteerism in the fire departments was one of the things, and because I wanted to say one more thing about that. I know that when I volunteered, at first I was only running medical calls. That's how I started, because I was working in doctors' offices as, like an MA, that kind of thing. That's how I got into it, and then as I was there, I started doing other things. And people need to understand that there's other things to do in a fire department besides being a firefighter.
Yeah.
Maybe it would help if I, wrote an article on the page or something to make people more aware of all the other things that there are to do in a fire, in a fire station. Like
rehab personnel. Rehab is when when we're.
I did that.
Did you do that? Oh yeah. When you're on a prolonged incident like a structure fire or a car accident or something, they can call out rehab, which is where the people come out with, like you said, the roach coach. They come out with coolers full of drinks. They come out with chips and stuff like that. They receive a pager. They receive a portable, and they only come when we call them. So it's not something that really takes up all of their time, but it's something that helps us out a lot.
Right. I did dispatch. I did rehab. I became the rehab officer.
Oh, nice.
I actually got to the point where I made the decision as to whether or not firefighters went back in.
Yeah. Yep. Because they also, in the rehab, most of them are medically trained, so they take our blood pressure and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I did that. I actually became, I was on the board, I served on the board.
Oh, okay.
And then I eventually became the president of the board.
Yeah.
You know, I did a lot of different things. I had my hands on a lot of different things when I was at the fire department. You get the bug.
You do.
So to speak. You know.
You do.
And it's hard not to get involved and do different things when you're there.
Well, you see certain stuff like that frustrates you, like our side or our apron being tore apart, and you know the AC was broken or is still broken, and stuff like that frustrates you because you know it's not in the budget and you know you can't fix it because all of our money is spent on equipment, and you know we try to get better tools so we can better help people instead of fixing the stuff like the fire station.
Right, exactly.
Well, we have some good readers, and like I know whenever there's stuff that needs to be done, you know, in the past, there you know, some of the firefighters we don't know where to turn, and I think you guys have learned over the time that if we can help out, it's not myself or Tammy or any of our staff, it's the people that read the Putman Way.
Yeah.
And it's the people that listen to IITW radio. All we do is we're like the catalyst that, you know, if you guys call us, then we have a whole army of people that, and a lot of them would love to help.
Yeah.
They just don't know what to do or when to do it or how they can do it. So are you guys working on any type of like GoFundMe accounts?
Yes, we're setting up a GoFundMe. It should be up either tonight or sometime this weekend.
Okay. Good. You'll have to give me the information so that we can put that in.
Okay.
And make sure that people donate and get the AC. You got me burping now.
I mean, like our budget's getting so tight to the point to where like my wife makes all of our station shirts. Like the shirt I have on now, my wife made it.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, she bought it. She goes out and buys the vinyl, and then we make the shirts for the station.
Well, that's sweet.
That's
I need
cool.
to talk to her about doing my shirt. See my shirt, my logo right here. It doesn't exist yet.
Yeah.
Nipple logo.
I mean, I just, if that doesn't, you know, stress where our budget is, I don't really know what else to tell people.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we need to get with one of the silk screen companies and see about getting you guys a bunch of shirts. I mean, they're all apparently going to have to be XXX large and.
Well, our captain's normal size. Our captain's normal size.
Who's that, Sam?
Sam. Yeah, Sam's the only one that's normal size.
Yeah, I like Sam.
Yeah.
When I went over to drop off the first 3 pair of shoes, he's like, I'm like, well, you just told me you were here. And he's like, I said, where are you? He called me back a few minutes later. Man, the second you called, a call came in, and then we had another one come in. And he goes, I've got all the guys here today, so I'll be able to meet with you here. I was 2 minutes away. Now I see the fire truck blazing down the road, and I'm like, crap, he's not going to be there.
We're a very busy station.
Oh, yeah.
We really are. We run 2 zones.
Yeah, so where's your station covering from?
The Palaca Bridge, the base of the bridge on this side, all the way to, I actually think we cover all the way out to here, almost. No, Station 3 covers here. We cover all the way out to the base of that bridge you go over before you come into Crescent City. We cover all the way down to there.
All the way down to Crescent City?
Just about, yeah. Well, whatever bridge I cross to get here.
Dunn's Creek.
Dunn's Creek. We cover all the way to Dunn's Creek, and then we cover all the way to Hastings the other way.
Good Lord, that's a long ways.
Yeah.
That's a huge area.
Because it goes back to, you know, people not wanting to volunteer. Station 19 only has 2 members, which is the chief and another lady. So we run their trucks.
That's San Mateo, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Riverside. They're trying to rebuild it now, but as far as it goes, they don't have enough people to respond, so we go to all their calls.
Yeah, that building, it needs a paint job. It needs all kinds of stuff. And a lot of the fire, especially the volunteer stations that I've been to, they all need upgrading. And it's a shame that when, you know, that there's so many things that takes precedent over you guys' budget. But it seems to me every year I go when I read the budget reports that come out, I get so freaking pissed off because they always seem to cut the fire department's budget
Yes.
You know, that's one of the things that gets knocked down, and that's probably the most important thing we have going on in our communities.
Yeah. I mean, you've got a $300,000 engine sitting inside of a station that's crumbling apart. You know, yeah, the truck looks cool, but everything behind it's junk. It's all falling apart.
Yeah, and if there's any gutter repair people, by the way, I was just over there a couple days ago. The stinking gutter outside you guys' place is falling, getting ready to fall down.
Yeah. I think that building's been there since the 50s or 60s. That building's been there forever.
I know. I was told, well, why are you wasting your time with that? They're going to be building a new station. Well, I know the station that they were going to build out there, there was some soil contamination and stuff, and then it's just been prolonged and prolonged. But even if they come in today and said, okay, we've got permitting and stuff, you're still looking at, by the time you add the water tanks and everything else, a couple of years, 2-3 years.
Yeah, the building and then the code inspection, and then it would take a long time. And that's now, if the land is contaminated, now they got to find a new spot, which starts the whole thing over again.
Yeah. So you guys, if you're painters, I mean, I'm sure the building could use a fresh coat of paint. If you're, gutter guys, go over there, work on it. If you guys want to donate stuff, as far as snacks, don't, and look, guys and gals, don't be getting them chocolate bars.
What?
They put okay, maybe one or two.
Casey wants chocolate.
Twix. I like Twix.
Okay,
Twix.
Somebody get this man a case of Twix.
Chocolate and caramel.
I'm supposed to fight fire, not sit on the truck and eat Twix.
I will go get you a case of Twix this weekend. But you guys, it's stuff that can't melt in their pockets. Slim Jims, beef jerkies, those are the big.
I've made that mistake. I went into a house fire with a candy bar in my jacket. Yeah, that went wonderful.
Oh no.
Yeah.
When my daughter was younger, I put a freaking Twix bar in the back of my pocket.
Yeah.
And I didn't want her to see it because Daddy was going to eat it later, and face it, a 4-year-old tanked up on Twix is not a good idea.
Yeah.
And I forgot about it, and I sat down on it and it looked like I crapped my pants, and she's sticking her finger at my butt in Walmart going, Daddy, you pooped your pants. You poop Twix. It smells like you poop chocolate, Daddy. Your mother poops gold too, so don't worry about it.
It's a win-win.
Okay. Where can they find us at, Tammy?
You can find us on Facebook at The Putnam Way and IITW Radio. You can find us on Twitter at the same two places. And you can also find us on YouTube at IITW Radio. And don't forget to like us or subscribe on YouTube, please. Thank you.
Yeah.
You sounded like a recording.
That
was Gillian. Yeah.
Sounds like
practiced.
The woman at Disney on the monorail.
Oh, God.
Please exit the con.
Please step away from the door.
Please exit Con Air.
I used to work there, and I got so tired of hearing that.
Did you really? I worked for Disney, too.
Yeah, I was a cook in Magic Kingdom. I worked at Magic Kingdom, and I worked at the Grand Floridian.
Cool.
No.
I wonder why people don't snap. I mean, why they got to be brutal on the postal people? You never hear anybody say, I'm going to go fireman on your ass. No, I'm going to go postal. I'm going to go Disney on you, man. Who's going to be afraid if they say they're going to go Disney, Go Mickey Mouse running up at you with a hatchet or something.
Disney mind controls you.
They really do. It's like a brainwash.
Yes, they do. We won't go there. That's another show.
Yeah, that'll have to be next Friday night.
I want to come to that one. I got some stuff to tell you about Disney.
Disney Firefighter program.
I tried so hard to go to Reedy Creek. I
was just going to say they've got Reedy Creek.
Their badges are Mickey Mouse. Like, they're actual Mickey Mouse badges. It's awesome.
I got kicked I got kicked off the Webway People Mover going through Space Mountain when I was 14 because a girl told me she would kiss me in the back if I climbed over things. As soon as I climbed over, there's more flashlights than they have at Walmart in there. I had him, and then they carried me down to the police station. At the time, I should have known better. I could have pushed the guy down who was like 900 years old that was carrying me to the police station, underneath Disney.
With his Mickey Mouse car?
I don't know. I think Minnie was pregnant at the time.
Okay, that makes sense.
She was messing around with Goofy.
That's a weird child.
Goofy, that's another show. He talks like a man. He walks up like a man. He looks like a dog.
I didn't find out until my daughter told me that was a dog. I didn't know Goofy was a dog.
His original name was
Wow.
Dopey Dog.
What's that?
His original name was Dopey Dog.
Was it?
Yeah,
I didn't
and
know
he's
that.
the only of the original Disney characters who have a son.
Well, that's like Scooby-Doo.
True.
Never get your animals high. For you guys that have medical marijuana or not medical marijuana, don't get your animals high because they wind up like Goofy or like Shaggy in that. We'll do that one.
Scooby?
Monday night.
No, I'm
Yeah.
prepping.
Oh, okay. All right, guys, we got to get out of here. Thank you very much for listening to the show. Don't forget to check us out on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button. Go to IITW Radio. We have 30 days of contests coming up, one after another. We got CDs, crock pots, all kinds of stuff. And we'll be announcing we're going to do a car giveaway here pretty soon. I will announce Monday, but we're going to have to move the venue for Calvin O and for Austin because they can't hold the place where we got it going. Anyways, I got to get out of here. We love you. You're listening to us on your government cell phones, whatever. If you want to call in, write it. Here's the last complaint. See it? Doesn't exist. I'm not going to listen to it. Anyways, we love you. I got to get out of here. We'll see you back here Monday night. And have a good, safe weekend. It's Memorial Day weekend.
No, it's Labor Day weekend.
Or Labor Day. Labor Day, yeah. See, I need to have smoked
Get your
weed.
holidays straight.
I need to smoke weed and drink so I have a freaking excuse for being an idiot. Anyways, we are out of here. We love you. God, we'll see you Monday night. God willing, the creek don't rise and the government don't get me first. We're out.
Bye.
See the guitar in the corner. It's the one I learned to play on. Believe me or not, it's been all around the world. It's been back and forth to Georgia, Carolina a couple times. But there's that one trip that takes me back in time. On a plane ride to a foreign land, a journey had begun. To a different time with my old man, watching the more dogs run, telling stories and comparing battle scars. Well, there are ways among us.
That's Austin Neal you're listening to.